Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to draw the planet Saturn. Saturn is probably my favorite looking planet besides Earth because it has these cool rings around it. Okay, so we're going to start by drawing a circle. Then we're going to draw curved lines around it, which are the rings of Saturn. We're going to use some different types of colors. I chose these warm colors because that's how Saturn looks, but you can use whatever kind of colors you have at home. Then we're going to add some stars around Saturn because Saturn is in outer space. And then we're going to add some spirals around it, right, to give it that look of a galaxy. Okay, I'm also going to use a Sharpie, but mostly just because I want you to be able to see my shapes on camera. But if you don't have a Sharpie, that's okay. You can just use crayons. Okay. So you could just draw a circle freehand, which is perfectly fine, but you could also use a lid like this. I have a million of these takeout lids at home. So if you want to trace something to make a circle, that's how you could create a perfect circle. I have a large one, a medium one, and a small one. I kind of feel like this medium-sized one is going to fit perfectly on my paper and give me enough space so I can also draw the rings. Okay, so I'm going to trace this tape that I have. Okay, so decide where you want it. Do you want it in the middle of the page? Do you want it in the corner? Decide where you want it. Just make sure that you leave enough space on either side for the rings. I think I'm going to put it around there. Okay, so when you trace, you have to hold whatever you're tracing down kind of hard with one hand, okay? With your helping hand, you gotta hold it down hard. If you don't hold it down hard, it's gonna slide around and then your shape's gonna be all messed up. So hold it down. Then with your other hand, start in one spot and then move it all the way around. Make sure you don't lift your other hand up. You want that to stay put while you're tracing. Come all the way around, make sure you trace the whole thing and you don't miss any spots. Okay, I think I did it. What a perfect circle. Okay, so now that I have my circle, I'm gonna fill it in with some colors from the warm color family. I've got this bright orange, I've got this peach color, I've got a red, some yellow, and some brown. Okay, and if you look at the picture on your assignment of Saturn, you're going to notice that the colors kind of go back and forth like this, and they're blended together. So I'm going to try to stay in the lines, and I'm going to use all these colors that I have. Now, say you don't have a lot of warm colors at home, that's okay. You can use whatever colors you have, and you can just make up your own planet. Come up with a name for it. Okay, so I'm just kind of coloring all around. Okay, I'm gonna put that one over here, and I'm gonna pick another one. I'm gonna get the orange now. And I'm just gonna overlap my colors. Make sure I fill in all the white space. Ooh, I got outside the circle. Okay, now I want all the colors, so I think I'm gonna choose just a little bit of this red. Okay, two more. Ooh, I like how that yellow looks. When you blend yellow, it really makes it look like it's almost glowing, right? I'm pressing down kind of hard so the yellow gets into all those little nooks and crannies, so there's no white spots peeking out. Okay, now I'm gonna just finish off with this peachy color. That peachy color. Kind of looks very similar to the orange. Okay, all right, so now we have that part. Now we're going to add the rings. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use my marker again to do this part, but you don't necessarily have to do it like this. Okay, so since the back of the rings are behind the planet, you're not gonna see this back part. So it's going to basically come out from the back and loop over the front of the planet, and it's gonna loop back around, and you're not gonna see the back of it, right? Because a planet is like this, and if something's behind it, you can't see what's behind it, right? So, all right, so I'm gonna start around here, come out, I'm gonna make a curve, I'm gonna come around the front. It's gonna be the same on both sides. I'm gonna come right there. I'm gonna stop there, because you see, if you could see through the planet, then you'd be able to see that part, but you can't, because you can't see through planets. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. And now I'm gonna add my colors again. Make sure that you look at the photos of Saturn for inspiration before you start your drawing, or while you're making your drawing. Maybe you can tell me which planet is your favorite planet, or if you invented your own. Okay, I like the way that looks. Okay, so now that we have our Saturn, now we're just gonna add a few stars and spirals around so the planet's not lonely. Okay, so I'm gonna add some spirals like this, start in the center, go around and around. Maybe one over here. Just want to fill up some of that blank space, right? We always do that. You don't want to have a whole bunch of empty space. Okay, maybe one small spiral up here. Okay, so now let's add some stars. So I'm gonna add some different types of stars. I'm gonna add some of these types of stars that are like this. Classic star. One more over here. Kind of looks like an A, right? The beginning of a A. One straight line through it. Then I'm going to connect this to that. And then that to that. Okay, now I'm going to draw some other twinkly looking stars, which I start a different way. It's like an X, and a line through it this way, and then another one. You can add all kinds of designs. If you come up with a different way of doing a star, you let me know. Maybe you can add a little UFO or another rocket ship, whatever you decide. So now that I have all this stuff, I think I'm going to use my crayons. Maybe I'll choose some cool colors for the background. It's your choice. Maybe I'll Maybe you could color the whole background black. That would be super cool. Ooh, I think I'm going to use some yellow for my star here. You can make your outer space design however you like. All right, so make sure that you finish the Google form to tell me a little bit about your drawing, okay? And good luck. I hope you enjoyed drawing Saturn.